Actually, to be honest, it's the spirit of Matsuri. It's the festival. It's coming together, enjoying the seasons. Matsuri is very much a summer concept, and we get out here and enjoy the sun. We have a festival for every season, so that's a great part of Japanese culture.
I think language is very important. My wife is from Japan, so our children are growing up. We're trying to do it bilingual, but it is challenging when you're living in Canada. But going back and visiting their grandparents and their relatives, it's important to keep that language up. And I think the popularity of Japanese pop culture has really influenced my children to want to learn Japanese and learn more about it, listen to their music and play their video games and stuff in Japanese.
I think probably the sensitivity about other people's, how other people feel. Sometimes it can get a little exasperating because they're always sort of thinking about how they're being taken or how they affect others. But it also reflects, I think, a sensitivity, an interest in how they're perceived and how others may perceive them. And so, yeah, I think that's probably the most interesting and fascinating part of Japanese culture. It comes from a lot of their background living in a very small, confined area. And so what it is in order to have social harmony, you had to make sure that you didn't bother other people. And so that sensitivity to other people's reactions is very ingrained from when they're very young. But it's endearing and also exasperating, but it's a good aspect, I think.
So interestingly, probably, to be completely honest, in my home life, it's probably food, which is what I really can appreciate the most, on a really basic level. And I think that's easy to do because I do spend so much time immersed in it during the day.
The food probably, and the music. I listen to a lot of the music because of what I do.
Right. And what kind of music do you listen to?
I listen to some popular music and then a lot of classical music, a lot of kabuki music actually. Yeah.
Well, I just like the fact that the Japanese Canadian community still, even though it's fairly small, they still come together and celebrate at the Palo Street Festival and try to keep the culture and the history going for us for the future generations and for people like me. I'm like sensei, so yeah.
Well, I really enjoy giri, gaman, and family. And giri is almost like reciprocation. There's not really a English word to translate it, but it's something that when you do something for another person, that person will reciprocate. And gaman is perseverance, and this is what enabled our ancestors to survive the internment and the depression and the war. And family, of course, I come from a family of 9, so I know how important it is to have a large family, come from a large family.
I think it kind of changes as I grow older, and lately I've been really appreciating the way how much respect is given to elders, and I'm really learning how just important that is and valuable it is to me, and working here too, it's been really important. So that's something that I appreciate big time.